Hello everybody, welcome to Empath Talk. My name is Tara Whitford and you are listening to the audio coaching for empaths. In today's audio coaching, we are going to talk about, is it mine? Is it mine? So that is the question that we need to ask every time that we feel a sensation that we didn't feel a few minutes ago or that isn't quite familiar to us. If we weren't feeling it a few minutes ago and we didn't do anything to bring it on, perhaps it isn't ours. So we ask, is it mine? Now, I want to talk about this because most of us have some familiar pain that comes in. For me, it's in kind of my hip area. It goes into sciatic, and I've had it for as long as I've been spiritual. This time, when it came in, Albert asked me, is it yours? And I said, of course it's mine. I get this all the time. Of course it's mine. Okay. So then when I started testing, lo and behold, it wasn't mine. All the times before, it was mine, and it was stuff that needed to come into me. So I had to learn how to allow. When I would start to allow, all the pain would go away, but that wasn't working this time. So this time I thought, well, maybe I just have to endure, and it's just mine because it's always mine. But when he asked me that, I started off rigid, but instead of continuing to be so rigid, I decided to ask the question, is it mine? No, it's not. Okay, it's not mine, which means that I have collected some kind of healing, some kind of wisdom, some kind of something good for somebody. I don't need to know who that is. Although sometimes, like in this case, I got a really clear picture of who that was. This is my neighbor that we've talked about before. My neighbor Glenn, he struggles with sciatic. For whatever reason, I'm picking up on him. I've had this pain for 3 days. Now, I'm releasing. So, okay, sending love to Glenn, sending whatever it is that I have collected for him that will benefit him as it is on divine purpose. I'm just going to send that out of my system to Mother Earth so that it can go to him and it can be there for him when the time is right. I imagine that there's a nice little figure 8 at his feet, and I just send all the love and the blessings and the wisdom and the peace and the power and the whatever it is that he needs that I have collected. I send that all over. Lo and behold, my discomfort starts to release. And within 5 minutes, I no longer have that pinchy pain that I've had for 3 days. Okay, that's part 1. I no longer have it. I thought it was mine. It wasn't mine. It wasn't what it was before. It was in the same area, but it wasn't what it was before. It was something different. Okay, so now I go through a couple of hours where I'm pain-free, and I was like, wow, isn't this great? This feels so wonderful. And then the pain comes back. Now, I can do a couple of things here. I can say, oh my goodness, it didn't work. Didn't work, pain came back. Forget this noise. This is what so many people do. They say, oh my gosh, I thought it worked, but it didn't work because the pain is back, so forget it, I'm not doing this anymore. Don't do that. Don't do that, folks. What's happened is you've got a special spot. If you're like me, you've got one spot that you will pay attention to. This is a spot on me that when this pain comes into this spot, I can't think. It gets my attention. So my body has created this beautiful spot for me to either bring in wisdom so that I can allow, or heal other people so I can release. Something beautiful. What we want to avoid is that idea that we know. You know, I know that it's mine, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to have to endure it. It's just the way that it is. Or it doesn't work. It doesn't work because, yes, the pain went away, but it only went away for a couple of hours and then it came back, so it doesn't work. Okay? We want to scrap that idea and we want to just really love that body and that place in the body that is working so hard to help us to understand that there's a much bigger picture. So the second time that I got the pain, it was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of allow, but that didn't do it completely. And then I got my picture of my neighbor Glenn, and it was release, release, release. So I started releasing to him all the good stuff again that I had for him. And then it was allow. So I started allowing. Okay. And about 5 of those, of 5 allows and 5 releases, and the discomfort is almost gone. So I'm keeping on going until it's all gone, until there's no pain anymore, because that's what we do as healers. We don't quit when it's still a 2 or 3 out of 10 in discomfort. We take it all the way down to 0. So keep tuning into that area to see whether I am allowing something, whether I'm releasing something, whether I need to align and then allow and try it again. So that's what I want to share today, just really understanding that there may be areas in your body that will need to release or allow, and don't make your mind up that it is just yours or you have to put up with the discomfort. Okay, everybody, that's what I have for this one. Hope it helps, and I look forward to the next Empath Talk.